Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get right into the mix. And bottom line is, we have a market that is holding just slightly negative on the day. Obviously, the NASDAQ is under more pressure as Apple is down over $60 on the day. And again, Apple reporting earnings after the bell yesterday, the stock collapsing today. Now, the key to today's action is the beauty of the PPT strategies. And again, this is proprietary stuff. I will unveil some of it here, but obviously we teach it to our members at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Bottom line is, 2 weeks ago, even in these free videos, I kept on saying, guys, the market, the SPY, which is the S&P 500, is going to go to 150. All right, on the S&P 500, that's 1,500. I said, that's your target. Forget about the 52-week high on the spiders on the S&P, which was lower. I said, you're going to go through that level. You're going to 1,500. People thought I was nuts. People say, how does he know this stuff? What does he do, the voodoo black magic type stuff? No, I have the PPT strategies. I study the charts, and I will teach it to you. What does the market do today? Even in the face of Apple down $60. Most people saw Apple yesterday after hours and said, oh man, these markets are going to get crushed today. The markets literally opened slightly lower and ran higher. Where did they go? Simply put, here's your 150 level on the spiders. You tagged it, you pierced it, you reversed. That is awesome, folks. And again, just like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't get tomorrow's newspaper today. All I have is a proprietary method that alerts me to these levels. It doesn't matter if it's a stock, an ETF, a currency, and a market. It could be a commodity. It works on everything. It works on all time frames, daily charts, intraday charts. It does not discriminate. It has an 80 to 90% success rate, and here's just another example of its success rate. 150 on the spiders, tagged today. Who cares what Apple's doing? That level is a master level based on the calculations. It's going to get tagged. Sure enough, market tags it, then the selling comes in. And again, we're only down a little bit on the day, but it's the reversal today. If you go to your daily chart, there's a little bit of a topping tail here. I mean, you actually have a topping tail possibly forming. I mean, imagine that. Not only do you get the master level tagged, but then you get a topping tail. I mean, could that be any more beautiful? So the markets again, guys, reversing today, flat on the day now. NASDAQ obviously under pressure. And today's date, January 24th, Thursday. All right, right now the NASDAQ is down about 27 points on the day. S&P's down 2, and the Dow is actually up 34 points. All right, and again, you can see that topping tail on the daily chart. All of it comes together. The worlds collide essentially with the PPT strategies as they give you the master levels. All right, I talked about picking up some of the volatility index yesterday. Guess what the VIX is doing today? The VIX is soaring today. The VXX is a tracking ETF. Look at this move today. Amazing move up, guys. All right, absolutely phenomenal move to the upside. And again, notice how it just tagged the 200 and is pulling back now. That makes sense. But again, you could have even bought the VXX lower today. It actually went negative today by like 30 cents. I mean, think about that. 32-cent negative on the day, even with everything that was going on with Apple. And then look at the reversal. From there on, you've made a $1.50 plus on the VXX off the lows. All right, awesome move there. Apple, guys, that's another great call. Let's talk a little bit about that. Apple was trading at 700. When? Going back to early in the year, kind of mid-year, really. All right, if you go back to September. So September comes around, less than 6 months ago. Apple's trading at $700 per share. Analysts come out with upgrades to 1,000, 1,200 price target on Apple. I looked at my partner, Nick. I rolled my eyes. I laughed. I mean, really? I mean, aren't these analysts supposed to be good? I mean, aren't they working for some of the biggest firms in the world? And shouldn't they know their stuff? I mean, granted, I have the PPG strategy, so I know more than them, and I'll be more right. 89% success rate. Obviously, they're not even close to that. But the point is, again, I mean, the stock is literally up here, and they're upgrading it. What am I doing here? I'm shorting it, and I'm alerting my members that this is a top. Whenever you see analysts in abundance coming out at a stock and to a stock that's at 52-week highs and upgrading it, the top is in. I mean, the top is in. All right? There's two ways of looking at it. Either these analysts are literally idiots, which probably most of them are, or the scarier thing is they're working against the average investor, trying to get the little guy to buy in at Apple at the highs so the institutions can distribute their shares. And that's the one that, I mean, which one's worse? I mean, I don't know. Idiots that are giving information, or they're working for the institutions to kill the little investor and take their money. Either way, it's horrible. But you know what? I was right here. I said, guys, Apple's at the top. The top is in. Apple's the top. And I said those words. The top is in. The top is in. Today, Apple down $61 now. All right? I've been calling for a target of around 470 plus and then 420 on the target. Right now, we're below 470. Therefore, you're going to 420. 420 is your target. Okay? Amazing stuff. And again, just another great. We talk about 80-90% success rate. People look at us like we have 10 heads, you know. And the bottom line is, I mean, you just look at these calls, whether it's Apple, whether it's the markets, the 150. I mean, not only are we giving you direction, but we're giving you to the penny. I mean, the levels to the penny. That's how awesome the PPT strategies are. Blows my mind, to be honest. I'm the one that this calculated and came up with it and figured it out and derived the proprietary strategies, and it still blows my mind because of the accuracy and how we're able to just, print money essentially off of it. All right, so anyways, interesting to see here. Google, which had good earnings a couple days ago, Google continues to go higher. That's a nice move, up $11. We have Research in Motion having a decent day. Amazon's up over $5. Now, Amazon's an interesting one because Amazon actually just recently got upgraded with a higher price target. I think a $300 price target. And again, I noted that it was done at a high. It was done right here at the beginning of the year, basically right here. So that tells me to be wary. Now, in all fairness, it's not a bunch of analysts that are upgrading it, so it was only one. So it's usually when you see an abundance of analysts upgrading at a high, that's where you know the top is in. When one does it, it's kind of 50-50. Either way, I don't see how it's feasible to upgrade at highs. I think it's just ridiculous. Where were you when the stock was 200 instead of 275 kind of thing? But that's what it is, and we'll see again. I think they have earnings next week, but just look at the chart. I mean, from the beginning of 2012, just straight up, you're basically gone from 170 to 270. It's a $100 move. That's a big move on a stock like Amazon. JP Morgan's up a little bit. Goldman Sachs down $1. Chevron's up. Exxon's up, both off their highs, though. A couple stocks. I mean, there's a lot of charts that are forming topping tails today. A lot will depend on where the stock market closes today, folks. Check in the nightly video inside the Research Center. And by the way, if you want to come join us and learn these proprietary techniques, you want to get trade alerts, all that kind of fun stuff, learn the proprietary methodology that'll give you the 80-90% success rate, just join the Research Center at InTheMoneyStocks.com. That's the best way to start. It'll doesn't take that long to learn it. You just have a little dedication. You follow us. You'll understand it in no time at all. Plus, we give webinars, live courses, and so forth that'll teach it all to you. But again, the key is come to InTheMoneyStocks.com, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. That's for swing traders and investors, and you'll start learning. Day one, you'll start learning. You'll discover things you never even thought possible in the market. It's amazing stuff. Never be on the wrong side of the trade, guys. Bottom line is, once you learn the methodology, you'll never listen to CNBC again, that's for sure. All right, guys, take care. Again, I'm going to get back to work. Got to trade, make some more money this afternoon, teach my members, and, again, help them make money for the rest of their lives. Take care.